Hey everyone, welcome back to the Build Focus. Today we're finishing the garage. This week we're finally finishing up the garage. I had some more fence boards that I needed to wash and let dry before I could get them onto the garage door. I really should have pressure washed the whole driveway. The slime and algae from the fence boards kind of stained the driveway. So I have some more work to do there. I went to the store and got some trim to redo the windows. After I cut where the doors join in the center, not so much worrying about it being a perfect reveal, since the covering for the garage door will overlap slightly and hide that reveal. I got some trim and was able to redo the windows so that they looked a lot better. And at some point my camera had some failures and I lost the footage of putting up the trim and the first section of the covering, but you'll see that here in a second. I was trying to be super careful with the glass pieces. Of course, Vela soaking up the sun right in the way. I was trying to be super careful with the glass pieces. I put this hammer down knowing that it was next to the glass and I needed to be careful. But at some point I bumped it and it broke the glass. I was very frustrated. So I had to go back to the store and get some acrylic sheets. So we stopped to get a pop cup. Vela was very pleased. I thought I would move the lock for the garage door to try and use the hardware that it came with, but I still didn't like how it was connecting. The drill bit that I had to drill through the 2x4s wasn't quite big enough, so it didn't slide through easily. After mowing the lawn, I got to very easily just push the lawnmower right into the garage, which was so convenient. I also took some time to fix the side door for the garage. It needed to be raised up about an inch, and whenever the inspector came through, he pulled on it, so the hinges needed to be banged flat again, which they're still not perfect, but it's okay. Got to play with the router a little bit. I figured since I had to take the door off anyway and I was messing with it, I might as well get a new knob installed. When I pulled the old knob out and went to put the new knob in, the holes where the screws were so stripped. There wasn't really any material that was holding the screws in place. So I decided to Bondo those holes, as well as some other areas in the house while I had the Bondo out. And then once that was done, the screws had something to hold on to, and it was a lot easier to get it in. The first package, however, was missing the strike plates, and so I had to go back to the store again. I think that was a trip to the hardware store every day that week. But when I got the new package, I was able to get that doorknob installed, the striker plates in place, and it closes and locks, and I even have keys for it and everything. So, it is Monday. I didn't do anything on Sunday. I am trying to establish life-work balance. Trying to have some grace with myself in planning. Like this garage door, like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't just know how to do all the things. Like all of this stuff I have to think about, and in my head, the plan on paper is to do the thing, and it takes one day, and then sometimes I do it and I come to a point that I don't know what I want to do. Like there's several options, several ways to do it. So that just means that things will take a little bit longer, which is fine. And yeah, let's do stuff. I had some furring strips that I used as positive stops for the side door and the garage doors. And for some reason my nail gun was jammed, and so I had to watch a little video to kind of figure out how to fix it. After that though, it started working, and I was able to get the fence boards up on the top portion of the garage door, which involved a lot of cuts in order to accommodate for the trim around the windows. But I think it came out looking pretty good. There are always things in this process where I make a decision about how something connects or joins, and later on I might not think it was the best. The way the center trim overlaps between the doors, I really like how I did it at the top, but for some reason the bottom trim on the right side door didn't line up exactly right. And now that's the only thing that I see when I look at the doors. And did I just put this on with all the stains, guys? Yeah, I think. Getting all the stain on felt like such huge progress because it was such a visual change. That felt really good. This is the same stain that's on the porch decking. So I feel once the fence boards are put as skirting for the porch and using the same stain on that back to the garage door, I feel like it'll tie together really well and give the house a sort of cohesive aesthetic. I did one sort of messy coat of white along the trim, but I knew I needed more tape before I could effectively paint the trim, so I wanted to hold off on that. I also needed to clean the cobwebs out of the corners of the flashing that goes around the garage door so that I could paint that. It's like a gray white, and this is such a bright white. Them being next to one another, they just were noticeably different. I don't know if I should paint the inside of the garage door or maybe stain the inside of the garage door, but it feels unfinished to have it just the plain plywood in there. I think I finished all the things that I wanted to do today. I did all the things. And I still have like 12 minutes left in what I thought I was going to take, how long it's going to take. So, yay for me. Okay, so that's awesome. That's awesome. That's a really good start to a week. I got the acrylic sheets cut and installed, silicone around the edges, and then some trim on the inside to hold it in place, and some little wedges or shims to make them secure, and then just cleaning off the squeeze out. I think the before and after speaks for itself. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. I have a new build focus video every Wednesday. If you want to see more of the live and flip journey, check out the Zen builds video. It's a time lapse of everything that I'm up to in a week. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week.